Hello, fellow and future weirdos of the flock. Welcome to my party pen. Welcome to my party pen. On your way in, press like, stop at the kitchen and get you some keep other people alive juice because that's important. Take your medicine. I'm waiting. Take your medicine. Oh, you brought it for the journey. Okay, well, make sure you took it. Okay, you didn't want to be late. I have no fucking idea what time it is, so feel free to just take your medicine. I think it's morning time. So, take your pills, right? Pack Larry the Lizard Guy to go on this journey with us. Sit down. There's spots next to the SS Lazy Ass. Captain's up here. So the seat's open, so feel free to chill in the boat. So we read 23 and 24 yesterday. So Sarai died, okay? She was 127, which makes Isaac like 100 and I'm sorry. It makes Isaac like 39. No, like 29 or 30. uh, so he's 29 or 30. And then Abe talks to his slave and he's like, go to where my family is. They're with the Chaldeans. I'm not exactly sure if they're Chaldean or not, but they're with the Chaldeans in a place called Ur, which apparently is Mesopotamia. So the Chaldeans are in Mesopotamia somewhere. So the little dude goes to Abe's brother Nahor's place, okay? But he meets Nahor's granddaughter, right? And he prays to God, right? And then God's like, Rachel with an H. So he gets Rachel with an H, and she's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go. Then Isaac is going to meditate or something, and he sees Rachel coming, and Rachel sees him, and she's like, who's this guy? And the servant's like, that's your husband. That's who I came here for you for. And then he tells Isaac, your wife. Your father sent me. And Isaac's like, you're my wife. Okay. This is the weirdest fucking part that happens. Okay. The weirdest fucking part. So, hold on. Sorry about that. So, this is the weirdest part. Okay. So, Isaac takes Rachel. And remember, okay, Sarai is dead. So Isaac takes Rachel to Sarai's tent and he marries her. And at this point, when you marry somebody, it's you're having sex with them. Okay? So he goes to his dead mother's tent to have sex with this girl that they said Abraham sent to be his wife. But of course he did, right? But he didn't even go to Abe to make sure. He just took her and had sex with her in his dead mother's bed. And then it says he was comforted. Is that because he got the smell of his mother while he was boinkety boinking this girl? He needed to have the smell of his mother while he did this. And come on. No, Okay. So, that is the weirdest thing. Like, my mother died, so I need to have sex with you in her bed. Could you imagine? That is the creepiest fucking shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But of all the places you could have took this girl that's gonna be your wife to your dead mother's bed. Like, weird as fuck. So, I am your super awesome narrating host, Nikki K. the Great. This is the SS Lazy Ass. If you need to, just sit there, right? And you will be here listening to the Bible in a non religious way, probably the awesome way. So, get prepared to go on this journey with me because it's fun as fuck. Oh, God. So, is Larry packed? Get Larry packed, and then let's do the damn thing. All right, let's smoke it, drink it, read it. Okay, okay. I had to make sure that it wasn't paused still because I did this a little bit ago, and the whole time it was paused because I'm Nikki K, the retarded. Nikki K, the great retarded. Doesn't that sound way better? I'm just kidding. I know somebody's gonna yell at me for saying that. Probably Miss Mossy Boots. Oh man. Hi. I didn't mean it, I swear. So, chapter 25. So, this is after the whole thing uh, with smelling his mother while he's making sweet love to Rachel. And like it kind of says that. It says Isaac loved her. So, you know, they had on some, I don't know, genuine or something, some boys to men, and he was, ah, loving her so great, right? So, chapter 25. Abraham took another wife because Sarai dying hurt him deeply, so he defined comfort in another woman. And her name was Keturah. Juicy Keturah. That's not her real name. Her real name is Keturah. And she bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, Shua. Jokishan became the father of Sheba and Dedan. Those are both fucking places. Listen, listen. They said Sheba is a made up place, but it is not a made up place a couple times in this Bible. And this guy, Jokshan, named his son Sheba and his other son Dedan. And those are places. So these must be the two guys that started them. And the sons of Dedan were as Huram and Letushim and Lumamim. See, this is baby talk. All these names sound like baby talk. Like, I promise on everything I love right now, saying these names make me feel like I'm talking baby talk. Okay, okay. And the sons of Midian were Ephah. See, this is like that comedian guy's joke. He says they name their babies the first thing they see, like Usnavi and uh, Top Ramanisha. Like those are the first words they see. So that's what they name their kids. And this seems like the first thing his wife seen was an Effa of flour. So she named him Effa. Because that's a measurement. Could you imagine naming your kid 2 liter? This is my son, 2 liter. So stupid. That was the funniest, stupidest joke I've ever heard in my life. Okay, so Midian's sons were Ephah, Epher, Hanak, Abida, and Eldaah. All these were Keturah's grandkids. So, just real quick, I was talking to this Celtic guy. It's the same one I always talk about, but this Celtic guy, he said, really, their lines are followed by the mother. Like the mother is the most important one, not the father. And it seems like a lot through the Old Testament, they always go by the mother, and then somehow it switches to the father. And he said it's always supposed to be the mother. I don't know that to be true, but I do know for the Jesus thing, I don't remember where Mary came from, but I know John's mom is Mary mom's cousin, and she's a Levite. So I just assume Mary is a Levite, and Jesus did not come from the line of David. Nikki opinion. So back to this. We are rewinding back to this. Okay, so these were Keturah's sons. That's the mother, not Abraham. Now, Abraham gave all that he had to Isaac. This is so fucked up. Listen, hold on. Let me get comfortable. Because I'm going to tell you. Because this is so fucked up. Oh, this fucked up. So, now Abraham gave all that he had to Isaac, but to the sons of his concubines, Abraham gave gifts while he was still living, and he sent them away from Isaac eastward to the land of the east. So, at least he gave them some kind of jewels or something, because remember what he gave Ishmael and Hagar? He gave them some bread and water. He said, "Here's some bread and water. Go on into the wilderness and die." Well, he didn't tell him to die, but he gave him a piece of bread and some water. And he said, go forth. Like a Metalocalypse song. Go forth and die. But he's giving these kids like jewels and shit. They can go to the pawn shop and just get some money real quick. But Hagar and Ishmael, his firstborn, he gave bread and water. This is so terrible. And then he sent these guys away to the land of the east. Okay, so now Jews are going to the east side. Well, mm, God's all about the east side. God's like, east side all the time. I think she wants to play fetch. Come here. You didn't even bring me your ball, dude. So, God's all about the east side. I don't know what color that is, but God is, everything is the east side all the time. So, listen. Uh, Abe lived 175 years. Okay, 75. So he lived 25 years longer than Sarai. Okay. Abe breathed his last and died in a ripe old age. An old man satisfied with life, and he was gathered to his people. Look, look, this is italicized. It says with life. And he was satisfied with life. That's a thing, I think. That's a thing. You're supposed to be satisfied when you die. And then you get happy rejuvenation. You still stay positive. So that's pretty cool. And he was gathered to his people. Then his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the sons of Zoar, the Hittite, facing memory. Is that where you get that boob gland from? Something about a memory gland. I don't know, but wow. Okay. And uh so they buried him in the cave, the field which Abe purchased from the sons of Heth. There Abe was buried with Sarah, his wife. Oh, that's so romantic. See, Ishmael was still even a nice guy. But listen, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, Ishmael, because Abe literally tried to kill Isaac. So be lucky you weren't the firstborn. Technically, you are the firstborn, but the firstborn that God's like, hey, I like this guy. And it came about after the death of Abe. God blessed Isaac, and Isaac lived by Beer Lahabori. But he already lived there, so did he just go back home? He's like, here's my bachelor pad. Make it nice. Anyway, now, these are the generations of Ishmael, the son of Hagar, the Egyptian. She bore him to Abraham. And these are the sons of Ishmael, by their names in the order of birth: Nabaioth, Kedar, Adbeel, and Misbam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tima, Jetur, Naphish, Kedema. Uh, oh, here we go. Listen. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their villages, by their camps. 12 princes according to their tribe. Okay, now what? These, okay, but there's no more names. But there's 12 princes. Eh, so are you saying there's a different 12 also? Look, this is a different 12. This is not the same 12. This is a different 12. Ah, listen. What are these places? Because this is another 12. This must be God made the enemies. Look, God, God. Listen, big guy, you cannot play Risk by yourself because either way you win. I wish I knew how to play Risk. I would play Risk with God, but I am really bad at strategy. Somebody. God, you can't play Risk by yourself. Listen, I'm not saying anything because yes, you can, because you have more personalities than I do. So maybe you can play by yourself, but in the end, it's always God wins because God plays by himself. But can the communists lose this time? Just beat your other personality, the bad guy. Okay, listen. We're not going to know what happens because we don't know who this other 12 is. These must be the bad Jews. So they even had bad Jews back then. What? See, what are these 12? There's 12 princes that come from Ishmael. So who are those? Is the Khazarians one of them? How do we know his name is Khazarian? Is there one by that name? I don't know. But anyway, and these are the years of the life of Ishmael 137. He breathed his last and was gathered to his people. And they settled from Havilah to Shur, which is east of Egypt. One goes toward as east of Egypt as one goes toward Assyria. And the settled in defiance. Hold on. So Ishmael and his people settled from Havilah to Shur, which is east of Egypt, as one goes toward Assyria, and settled in defiance of all his relatives. See, listen, God said everybody's going to hate you. Now, these are the records of the generations of Isaac, Abe's son. Abe became father of Isaac, and Isaac was 40 when he. See, I was off by 10 years. Wow. I was almost right when I said 39. See, see, God knows what I was trying to say. Okay, so Isaac was 40 when he took. Oh, so they're not Chaldean. Oh, okay. So listen. Rebecca is Armenian and her family is from Padadan, Aram, the sister of Laban, the Aramean. Okay, so I mean, they're Arameans. Okay. And Rachel is the sister of Laban, the Aramean, to be his wife. Okay. So, and Isaac prayed on behalf of his wife because she was barren. Look, look, these women that can't get pregnant turn out to be somebody. So she can't have a baby either. And the Lord answered him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Oh, okay. But the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it is so, then why am I this way? So she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said to her. So it seems like every tribe that's happening is at least half Jew. So everybody's a half Jew. Because these people are fucking everywhere. And going all east all the time eventually lands you everywhere. So, like, everybody's a Jew. And they're all fighting each other. Like, why? You're all the same people. And you're all just as fucked up. Okay. So, okay. The children struggled together within her, and she inquired to the Lord, and he said, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 people shall be separated from your body, and 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. When her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her room. And the first came forth with red all over like a hairy garment, and they named him Esau. Okay, so Esau was a hairy motherfucker. So he must have been born with primitive genes or something. Okay. And while we're reading this, we're going to see if Esau actually holds a grudge, because a lot of the Jews are like, Jacob or Esau hated Jacob. And it's like, I want to find that because I read this before and it doesn't say anything about Esau hating Jacob, but I might have missed it. But I'm pretty sure this is one of those other lies that they fucking tell that's from that made up book they wrote before they went to Babylon. Or the book they made up while they were in Babylon because they were trying to teach the Babylonians how to be Jews. But we're not there yet. We're not fucking there yet. But we are trying to find if Esau really hates Jacob, because it doesn't seem like that is the thing that is happening. So, when the days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there was twins in her womb. Now the first came forth with a hairy, he was hairy as fuck. Afterward, his brother came forth with his hand holding Esau's heel. His name was called Jake, and Isaac was 60 years old when she gave birth to them. Okay, so hold on. He's 40 when they got married, and he was 60. So it took them 20 years to get pregnant. Or like 19 and a half or something. When the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter, like his uncle. Uh, now I don't remember his fucking name. Uh, what was it? Ishmael. So he became like Ishmael, a skillful hunter, a man of the field. But Jacob was a peaceful man living in tents. So he was a vagrant. Is that what that means? Esau went around being a vagrant. Jacob. Jacob was a vagrant. Jacob. Now, Isaac loved Esau because he had a taste for game. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And when Jacob had cooked stew, Esau came in from the field, and he was famished. Esau said to Jacob, "Hey, can I have some of that? Because, I am so hungry." Therefore, his name was called Edom. Okay, remember that. Esau is Edom. But Jacob said, "First, sell me your birthright." Listen, if you're really hungry, because I'm telling you, this stew that I made right here, oh, you'll never again get anything like it. Listen, listen, you trust me, right? So just your birthright for some of this. Listen, there ain't nothing like it. Look, I love you, man. But I'm telling you, I'm trying to sell this. So you give me your birthright and you can have this stew that I'm trying to sell. Good idea. Oh, that's good idea. And then Esau said, "Dude, I am I'm about to die. Oh my god, I'm going to die." And oh, okay, yeah, I'm about to die. I don't give a shit about that. And Jacob was like, "Pinky promise." And so Esau, Edom, he pinky promised and sold his right to Jacob. And then Jacob gave him some of that bomb diggity stew. And Edom ate it and was like, "Oh, God, you're right. You're right. That stew, forget about it. Man, sell that. $20 a plate. It's so worth it." And then he drank a little bit, cleared his throat, burped a bit, and then went on his way. And Esau despised his birthright. So Esau, he was like, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. Right? It doesn't say he hated Jacob. He despised his birthright. He was like, "Man, fuck this shit." I probably shouldn't have sold it though. Oh, I'm an asshole. So he never liked that shit. So I don't know. I don't know how he hated Jacob out of that. He just despised the stuff. He had to hate it, or else he was gonna hate Jacob. So he's like, "Well, fuck, I guess I gotta do it on my own now. But I'm gonna do it better." So it seems like that's what happened. Don't quote me because I don't exactly know for sure if I'm right. But it does not say he hated Jacob because Jacob's not Edom's birthright. And that's kind of stupid that they use word magic like that. Anyway, 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 I don't know. But thank you for watching. It is Saturday and the kids are not here, as you can tell. I do not have a sink full of dishes. So the kids are not here. But there is some laundry. So we should do laundry and sweep the floor because trash night is Monday or Tuesday. It might be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Mine is Monday. So we should probably sweep the floor and do stuff. Anyway, keep your head down, your nose clean, shoes tied. I love you. Have the greatest day. Do you take your medicine? All right. Love you. Bye.